Yeah, I thank you for reminding me that Old Blue was the first track that had the B bender on it, and that was, I didn't realize that. And I think your first question was talk about the combination of the rock influence and the country. And I don't really know what to say with that. Clarence just played what he played, and he was a big James Burton fan and loved the way that James Burton played the guitar. And I think James Burton was a big influence on him, along with Django Reinhardt and so on. And Old Blue was an old classic folk song, and I think he just let it come out, and it wasn't. I don't believe that Clarence played with the intention to be any way rock or country. It just came out the way it came out. What caused the StringBender to come into being? Clarence and I were doing a studio gig where we put down a track. I think it was for the Gosden Brothers. We put down the track, and then Clarence went in to do some leads, and they were real simple leads. And he used to chime. He would pull the string over the nut and chime. One of the first people to do that with a Telecaster. And he could do it in the open position. And he said, I wish I had a third hand. I wish I could do that in a second and third position. I said, well, I've got a hand. I can either pull the string or I can hold the position. So I ended up pulling the string. We just fooled around in the studio. And it was fun. We didn't get really recorded. But Clarence said, isn't there some way, you're a mechanic, you've made scrug pegs for banjos and whatnot. Can't you figure out some way that I can do that? And I said, well, sure, we could just take cables and come out of the back of your guitar with a pulling mechanism and pedals on the floor and like a pedal steel guitar. And he said, no, 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 no. He says, if I want to play pedal steel guitar, I'll play pedal steel guitar. I want something that goes in the guitar. So when I put the guitar in the case, it's all complete, no attachments. So I thought about it for a while, and I came up with the idea of using the shoulder strap. And I drew up a plan for it. Got together with Sneaky Pete, and Pete had some old steel guitar components that I got from him. And I drew it all up. Clarence got another guitar so that I could work on his guitar. And I convinced him to let me work on his Telecaster. And the first thing that I had to do was cut an 1.25 inch square out of the back, completely through the guitar, back of the bridge. And so I did that. And the next morning I brought this little square of sunburst wood and threw it across the table while he was drinking his coffee. And I said, there you go. And he said, what's that? And I said, well, look at it. And he went, oh my God, we're past the point of no return. And I said, yes, we are. But he learned how to play it when I got it on there, and was using it almost too much, as you will with a new toy. And I said, Clarence, don't lose the stuff that you already do. Don't replace it with the StringBender. Add to it, please. Just keep what you already do because it's wonderful and unique, and add the StringBender to it. And he did it. In about a day, he had a technique down that was so wonderful. Getting back to your question about Old Blue, Clarence just came up with this wonderful way of expressing himself with the StringBender in combination with all the other things that he did that is still being copied today. And I think Blue was one of the first ones that really got the benefit of that.